Hello, everybody. Dearly Corey here, and today I have a bit of a different series started for you. Inspired by Cypress and their What If Wings of Fire videos, I thought it would be fun to write some of my own based on warriors. I have a lot of little ideas that wouldn't make a full book, so these short snippets seemed like the perfect way to do it. So, without further ado, what if Tiny joined WindClan? After he was attacked by Tiger Paw, Tiny fled the forest. He had nowhere else to go. His housefolk would throw him in the river if he went back there, and the shadows looming in the trees seemed to glint with amber eyes wherever he looked. So he kept running. By the time the sun began to set and Tiny could go no further, he found himself at the crest of open moorland. Foliage was sparse, hardly anywhere for an attacker to hide. He felt the fear slowly ebbing, replaced with pain and exhaustion as he slumped to the ground. His body could go no further, and darkness swallowed him, echoing with Tiger Paw's words. Poor Scrap. A soft voice pulled Tiny from his sleep. The first thing he noticed was his wounds, which ached but no longer stung. Something soft was beneath his weary body, and blinking open his eyes, Tiny found himself curled up in a nest of moss and some other plants he didn't recognize. He's lucky to be alive, a harsher voice snorted, though there was an edge of worry to it. Tiny groaned as he shifted. When he raised his head, he found himself in a dimly lit burrow underneath the ground. 2 cats were with him, and as they realized he was awake, they fell silent. The smaller one, the brown Tom, approached. His name was Barkface, and he explained how a patrol had found Tiny on the edge of their territory half dead. They'd brought him here 2 sunrises ago, and he and Hawkheart had been taking care of him. Tiny was stunned, to say the least. These cats had helped him out of the kindness of their hearts. Did they have something bad planned for him? Though cautious, Tiny was grateful for their help. A warrior named Talltail brought him a rabbit at Sunhigh, and it was the best thing Tiny had ever eaten. They shared the prey, and the Tom told him all about WindClan. They hunted on the moor, relishing in the wind and open freedom of their territory, and defending it from the other clans. Tiny thought it sounded great, to have one big family to protect one another. He doubted his own family even cared that he'd disappeared. Socks and Ruby would have gone off to their new housefolk by now, and he wouldn't be there to disappoint Mama anymore. They were better off without him. In the days Tiny spent recovering, he got to meet more of WindClan. Their leader, Heatherstar, was a kind and wise cat. Dawnstripe was always willing to play with him, and Tornpaw told him all about how to catch a rabbit or fight off an enemy. By the time he'd healed, he couldn't bear the thought of leaving, and when he begged Heatherstar to let him stay, she seemed more than willing. The clan needs more apprentices than Mudpaw and Tornpaw, after all, was her explanation to the rest of the clan. And so, Tiny was named Nightpaw, apprentice to Talltail. Nightpaw trained hard, learning every paw step of the territory and determined to prove his worth to the clan who had taken him in. Yet, any time he neared the forest, the shadows seemed to reach towards him like claws extending. It sent a chill through his chest, and Tiger Paw's words ringing through his head. The first time he had seen the dark tabby again was at a gathering. He had been newly named Tiger Claw then, and when those amber eyes fell on Nightpaw, he had felt his very blood freeze. That moment he told himself he wouldn't be scared anymore. He couldn't, and he trained harder than ever. It wasn't long before he'd earned his warrior name, Nightrunner. He was always watching the forest now, waiting for his moment, feeling the chill deepening within his chest as Tiger Claw's words never left. When ShadowClan attacked, Nightrunner fought with a fury he'd never felt before. The invaders were driven off and his clan was safe. Then something changed in the forest. A fire burned within the trees, held within a Ginger Tom Nightrunner knew had to be Jake's son, and by extension, his own brother. He met the apprentice on a border patrol and learned his name to be Firepaw, a former kitty pet who had joined the clan with StarClan's blessing. From then on, the clans were rocked to their core, and Nightrunner knew he would do all he could to help the fire that would save the clans. When LionClan and TigerClan met at 4 Trees, 2 bodies would lay still in the clearing. Only one fight had taken place for the fate of the clans. Nightrunner had gotten his revenge, and with it, his own downfall. And that's all for this first What If. Scourge is my little Glorbo, my gremlin, and I love putting him in new scenarios, so I hope you enjoyed this one. It was weird writing in a summary style instead of actually writing things out, but if I did that, this video might be an hour long. If you guys have any what if ideas, leave them in the comments below. Maybe I'll write them out as well. I have a few more in the works already, and a lot of other projects in the background, but I'm hoping to do one of these videos maybe once a month or so. Anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time.